Good afternoon, Mavs. I'm Lane.
And I'm LeVar, and welcome to this week's newscast.
And boy, do we have some exciting announcements for you guys. First of all, congratulations to Arwen Jacobs for getting a perfect score in the solo and ensemble for choir, the only one in McCutcheon. And next week, we have testing week. Very important. See what your schedule shows so you know what you have to do next week. The dance team has an intense competition Saturday. Good luck to all you girls. And finally, Evan made it to state, and we have an exclusive interview lined up with him. From your very own Isaac Clyde.
Okay, so my name's Evan Burge, and I went to state last weekend at Indy. I lost first round, but I wrestled a returning state champ, and it's a pretty close match, but I didn't win. So what can you do? This summer, I did a lot of training. I train every summer because I have nothing better to do. Okay, so what is wrestling? Wrestling is probably the oldest sport out there. The main goal is to outscore your opponent by putting them on their back or taking them down. Okay, so outside of schoolwork, I'm a part of the 4 Club and I'm a part of a volunteer club. Besides all those things, I really like to play video games. I'm a gamer.
So now I have the real questions that we're all asking for Evan. Evan, if you could be any Disney princess, what would it be?
I would definitely have to say Cinderella because that's the only one I know.
Oh, nice, nice. Cinderella is definitely a classic pick. I think of myself more of a, probably a Belle or an Ariel kind of person. You know what I mean? I have another good question. What is your favorite wrestling move? The curb stomp or the what is it called when they
elbow drop?
The elbow drop. Elbow drop or curb stomp, Evan? Which one? Which one do you use?
I definitely have to say the curb stomp every day of the week because
really?
That's why.
Do you use that move a lot in your matches?
Yeah, I'd say a curb stomp for everybody. Like once a week.
There we go. You heard it here first, dude. These are his 2 preferred moves in Disney princesses.
No, I am not liable for anything Burger King does. I can't confirm any of that, so no.
What kind of Disney princess would you like to be, Lane?
Bro, I'd be Princess Peach. Nice question, though.
That's not a princess. But speaking about questions, we asked a bunch of teachers some tricky ones. Let's see what they really know.
Plane crashes in the middle of the U.S. and Canada. Where do you bury the survivors?
You don't bury survivors. You don't bury the survivors. They'll die.
I would actually say I wouldn't bury survivors because that would really hurt them.
If a red house is on the right and the blue house is on the left, which way is the White House?
The White House is in Washington, D.C.
The house.
In Washington, D.C.
Every single person on an airplane crash died. So how is it possible that 2 people survived?
They were married?
Because the 2 people were married.
Alright, what do you know? How is it that there are only 2 people alive?
Because they weren't on the plane.
The 2 people were married.
Married couple?
Yeah. Is it legal for a man to marry his widow's sister?
Absolutely not. He's dead.
Dang.
Is it legal for a man to marry his widow's sister? Yes?
I think so. His widow's sister? He would be dead, wouldn't he? Unless they died in that plane crash.
Yes.
Because he's dead because she's the widow. No, it's not.
There's an ocean with no water.
Not sure.
You stumped me on that one too.
On a map.
It's on land, right? Wouldn't it be like a basin?
I want to say a desert.
Right. Ooh, there you go. Desert.
It's on a map. 2's a company and 3's a crowd. What makes 4 and 5?
I got no idea on this one. You stumped me.
9. If 2's a company and 3's a crowd, what makes 4 and 5?
I don't know.
9. It's 9.
You
It's not that.
Straight after that. 9.
Yes, it is 9.
Very.
One time still.
9.
Wow, that was funny. Let me tell you.
Another thing that's going on this weekend is the Oscars.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you. I love the Oscars, dude. I love it.
Well, Camden has a nice video recapping the Oscars. Let's watch it.
So the Oscars are this Sunday, and they seem the most controversial in decades. So today I decided to go by category and give my take on the nominees. So we will be starting off with the most important Oscar category, Best Picture. We have Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Green Book, Roma, A Star is Born, and Vice. And to many of you that just may sound perfectly fine, but the problem here is that all of these films are already popular under, and I really feel like that's because the Oscars last year almost had a perfect lineup, but the films weren't really, I guess, widespread enough to attract enough attention. So last year's Oscar had the lowest viewership in over 40 years. So I can really see why they made the decision, but it's a really huge joke for just the film community in general to see these kind of films up there. So I give the Best Picture category this year a 1 out of 5 rating. It's a huge disappointment. It just seems like a huge joke in general. Okay, now it's time for the Best Original Screenplay. We have The Favorite, First Reformed, Green Book, Roma, and Vice. I think overall the nominees on here are pretty okay. So overall I say Best Screenplay is a 3 out of 5. I just wish they strived for more better films instead of just popularity. Okay, next up we have Actor in a Leading Role, and we have Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, William Dafoe, Rami Malek, and Viggo Mortensen. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. I think the nominees for this one are great. I mean, other than one nominee, which is kind of questionable, I overall would say a 4 out of 5. I'm actually kind of pleased with how they chose the Best Actor other than one role. So the last one I'm going to be covering today is Actresses in a Leading Role. So first up we have Yalitza Aparicio, Glenn Close, Olivia Colman, Lady Gaga, and Melissa McCarthy. So unlike the actors, I'm kind of disappointed with this one. It's kind of weird which actresses they decided to choose. I mean, this year we had an amazing year for actresses in cinema. We had Elise Fisher in 8th grade, which she did an amazing job, and Millie Shapiro in Heredity, which also she did an amazing job too. As you can tell, I'm very disappointed with this one, so I'm gonna say a 2 out of 5. Okay, now it's prediction time, and I'm gonna choose which nominees I think should win by category. Okay, so for Best Picture, I really think Yorgos Lanthimos' The Favorite should win Best Picture. Okay, Best Original Screenplay, The Favorite, again, it's an amazing movie. You guys should really, really watch it. Okay, now Actor in a Leading Role. I have 2 choices for this. I really think you should go to Rami Malek for Freddie Mercury or Christian Bale for Dick Cheney. And now Actress in a Leading Role, I think should go to Yalitza Aparicio for Cleo. She really did an outstanding job. You guys should really go watch Roma too. Okay, well those are my takes on some of the nominees for the 95th annual Oscars. I really hope I can make an update video next week and tell you how I feel about the winners of the Oscars. And see you guys next week. As always, thanks for watching.
Well, that's all we have for you this week, Mass. And I'm LeVar.
I'm Lane.
And thanks for watching.